So one of the biggest differences I've noticed since moving to the UK is how driving licenses are handled. You know, back home, some people manage to get licenses without really earning it. That has caused too many accidents and unnecessary loss of life. And I feel it's most painful because most of these accidents could have been prevented if the right processes were followed. So here in the UK, the story is very different. I mean, you can't cut corners. You can't just pay someone off for driving license. It's something you have to go through every stage properly. And that makes a UK license something people really value. Some even celebrate after passing because it's that challenging. So today I'm sharing with you about how I passed my UK driving test with an ease, starting from the theory test through my practical lessons that I learned, mindset, and finally the big day itself. So if you're new to this channel, I'm Yao Brani as always. Welcome back to my channel. So before you even think about driving lessons, you need to pass the theory test first. And this has been categorized into two parts: the multiple choice questions and the hazard perception test. And you need to pass both together for your full driving license. So to prepare for my theory exams, I used the 4-in-1 theory test app. I mean, it cost me around £5, and honestly, it was the best investment that I made on this project. But to score higher marks, the key is consistency. You need to study until you are consistently scoring higher, like 90% and above, and that's when you will know that you are ready for the exams. So the test itself isn't hard if you've put in enough time, and most of the questions repeat themselves in different forms, so you will recognize the answers if you've studied properly. So once you pass your theory exams, you will receive your provisional license in the post within some few days. And without this, no instructor will take you out for lesson. Why? Because you need to think of this as an entry ticket to the practical side. Don't just study the theory to pass. The knowledge you gain will actually keep you safe on the road. Even after passing, you find yourself using the same rules, same signs, and the hazard awareness tips every day. So back in Ghana, I'd been driving for years, but in the UK, I had to start almost from the scratch because the rules are different and the rules are stricter, and we drive on the opposite side too. So I had to give myself time to really learn things properly. So after passing the theory test and having my provisional license, the next thing I did was to book some lessons, and I did about 7 hours with my instructor before even buying my own car because I needed confidence to adjust myself to driving here. So with a provisional license, you can drive your own car, but you must have someone beside you who is held a license in the UK for at least 3 years. So let me be honest, your instructor matters a lot. I actually had 2 different instructors, and the second one really made the difference. So just before my test, I did about 6 hours with him in 3 days, and the way he spotted my weaknesses and corrected me was so amazing. And after every lesson, he would tell me exactly what I did right and wrong, and it was up to me to make sure I didn't repeat the same mistakes next time. So if you can find yourself a good instructor, maybe through recommendation, I mean, you will save yourself a lot of money and time. But don't just depend on your instructor. You know, I spent a lot of time watching YouTube channels like Conquer Driving, Driving TV Automatic, Driving School TV, Clearview Driving, and watching series of mock tests. And these instructors share practical tips and real life driving scenarios. So I will take notes, then go out and put everything that I've learned into practice. So maybe if you have a friend or a family member with a car, I mean, you get them to take you out as well, because the more practice you get, the more confident you will become on road. And driving is all about experience and how you react under pressure. So let's talk about the skills you need to meet the standard to pass your practical driving test. The practical test in the UK is designed to check not just if you can move a car, because that one is easy for everyone, but if you can drive safely and confidently under different conditions. And this test usually lasts about 40 minutes, but within that time, the examiner is looking at everything you do. So let me break it down for you. Before you start the test, there will be an eyesight check. You'll be asked to read a number plate for about 20 meters away, and if you can't do that, the test ends right there. So you need to make sure your eyesight is fine, and if you need glasses or any contacts, you need to wear them. The examiner will also check the car. They will do a quick walk around, tires, lights, and ask if there are any faults they should know about before you set off. And there is also a show me and tell me questions on the test day, and you will be asked on the tell me questions before driving. Like on the tell me question, they will ask you how would you check your brakes at work before you start the journey. And the show me question, while driving, they will ask you, show me how you clean the windscreen. So these aren't difficult, but you need to prepare for them because they are testing your basic car safety knowledge, and you can find all these questions and answers from YouTube. So they will also test you on general drive, and this is the main part of the test. The examiner will give you directions, and you will drive on different types of road. I mean, residential streets, the main road, and maybe the dual carriageways. So they will be watching. They will check on how you move and stop. Are you moving off smoothly? Are you stopping safely? Is the car under proper control? They will be looking closely to all these things. They will also check how you use your mirror. Are you checking your mirror? Are you checking them before signaling? Are you checking them before changing lanes and when adjusting the speed? So you will have to be aware of all these. And your road positioning is very important. They will be checking, are you staying in the correct lane? Are you not drifting? They will check your speed control control. So you need to make sure you are driving within the speed limit, but not driving too slowly without reason. They also ask you to move off and pull over at least a few times. They will ask you to pull over safely and then rejoin traffic. Sometimes it will be behind a parked car, sometimes on a hill. I mean, they want to see that you can handle it confidently. So they'll be looking closely on how you handle junctions and crossroads. And examiners focus a lot here because you need to remember your MSPSL, that's your mirror, signal, position, speed, and loop. And hesitating too much can be as bad as rushing. So you need to judge gaps properly. For the roundabout, you will almost certainly face at least one. The examiner will check if you are choosing the right lane, are you signaling correctly, and staying away of other vehicles. And this is one area where many learners lose marks. They will also ask you to do some maneuvers, parallel park behind another car, bay park either forward or reverse. They will ask you to pull up on the right hand side of the road, reverse few car length and rejoin traffic, and ask you to do a forward bay park. You need to drive into a bay and reverse out. And all these are to test your control, your accuracy, and awareness of your surroundings. So you need to be using your mirrors and observations because they are very, very important with maneuvering. And not forgetting your 6 points checks when it's needed. They will also check on how you deal with pedestrians and other road users, like how you slow down for pedestrians at zebra crossing. Do you give cyclists enough space when passing? Do you handle oncoming traffic on narrow roads sensibly? They will check on all these, so you need to watch out. And they will check if you are capable of handling different road conditions. So if it's raining or foggy or the sun is too bright, they will see how you adjust yourself. And that might mean slowing down, using the right lights, or keeping extra distance. Even if the weather is fine, they want to know you understand these principles. And you're allowed up to 15 minor faults, but you should have no serious or dangerous faults. And a minor fault is something like forgetting to check a mirror once. A serious fault is something unsafe like pulling out when it's not clear. And a dangerous fault is something that could cause an accident like failing to stop at the red light. So as long as you stay calm and keep safety first, you will definitely be fine. So one of the hardest part is just finding a test date. You know, sometimes you will have to wait months, and if you don't pass, the wait can be even longer unless you pay extra money to a third party for an earlier slot. So on the test day, when the day comes, get there on time and keep your mind calm. Your examiners know you will be nervous and they are trained to help you settle. Actually, they don't expect you to drive perfect, but they want to see you meet the standard. So you need to make sure you've got the basics sorted. Like on the day of your exams, you should have your L plates ready, your license, a clean car, and an interior mirror. So that's how I managed to pass my UK driving test with just one minor, from theory preparation to lessons to final drive. And it came down to patience, a lot of practice, and the right mindset. And I've come to respect the system here because it really does make you a more disciplined driver. I think that it's one of the major reasons why the roads feel safer. So here's an important thing you need to notice. No matter how much you prepare, the test can still throw something unexpected at you. And that's fine because examiners aren't looking for perfection. They are looking for safe driving. And if you can stay calm under pressure, even with surprises, you are proving you are ready for the road. So for me, passing wasn't about luck. It was all about putting in the work, learning from my mistakes, and trusting the process. So if you are getting ready for your own test, take your time, stay relaxed, and don't be afraid of the mistakes because they are all part of the journey. So thanks for watching. My name is your Brani, and if this helps you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, share for more